Hi, Taurus. Okay, so these are just your general messages for the week. And if you're looking to get a personal reading with me, I do link my email in the description box. I do want to say thank you to other Tauruses because I do have a lot of new Taurus clients, so I appreciate you guys a lot. With Venus being retrograde, okay, I'm going to go down the whole spiel like I have with the other signs is, just be careful with your relationships at this time. I wouldn't start a new one. Plastic surgery, unnecessary surgeries, unnecessary, like anything cosmetic is not ideal at this time. Changing anything with your finances, not a good time. And there's other things you guys might want to Google it. It's a good time to just be really careful with those things. All right. And I was going to do a bonus on it, but I don't know when at this point, but I will. For Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Somebody's getting new hairpins. I am seeing somebody with severe allergies. Their eyes will be all puffy and full of eczema. Somebody was crying last night. Could be over the loss of somebody. Okay. You're kind of, all right, so you're giving to somebody, whether that's financially and or emotionally, and I think you're getting kind of sick of it, all right? You're just like, oh my gosh, maybe there's another way to go about this, or maybe there's another option where I can get out of this, okay? You have new options and opportunities presenting themselves. You're going to have to make a quick decision here. Speak the truth, tell the person the truth, else you're going on a trip and you're moving, and this person's not coming with, okay? Will there be some devastation? Yes, but for the greater good. For Taurus, sun, moon, and rising, what else do they need to know right now? Feeling a bit heartbroken. You had to find some even common ground here. You have to do what was right for you, regardless of, if you're aching for this other person. Understandable, you're probably empathetic. However, what were you going to do? Be the victim forever? Let somebody just walk all over you? We do have an air sign moving on from you. You may have reached out to them at some point, or at some point you guys tried to reconcile and or connect again, and it just didn't work, okay? Or this is going to happen. I don't know where you are in the timeline. Somebody's having vision issues, could literally be going blind. I do see an argument with what looks like a younger person. They're always in your business, or you're always in theirs, one or the other. Lots of hostility there. Could be a water sign. And they're going to else feel rejected by you, or you're going to reject them, one or the other, and somebody feels like the wounded warrior. This is not even worth going over again, Taurus. I think it's, it's time to end this. Seeking stability, could be dealing with a connection with a fire sign. If that's the case, there is a third party situation. I don't know if you know that or not. I'm assuming this is a love interest and not business related. It's saying here to protect your energy and your assets. For Taurus, you're going to have to make a big decision here, Taurus. You're going to have to make it between old and new, okay? You have somebody who you have more of like a connection to, you might find more attractive, that you could have like that, like, finish each other's sentences, feeling like you guys have the same interests, want the same results. They are pulling as a Pisces, Aries, but just take it as resonates. It doesn't have to be. It could just be somebody with that, like, kind of like very, very feminine, regardless if it's a man or a woman, but very motherly sort of instinct. I want to say that you really enjoy, if you get intimate with them, that you really enjoy the intimacy more than the other person. That's for some of you that have already, or will be already, enjoying that experience. We have a Tower moment. You are in the upright, but somebody wants some sort of commitment and they want it now, okay? I would be careful. You do have somebody here trying to use you for something, and your finances just keep getting better for whatever reason, whether it's through investments and or hard work. even like a hobby turns into something you can make money off of. And I feel like this person's willing to do whatever it takes to keep you in their lives in order to keep getting the benefit of it, okay? Even if it's at your, not in your best interest. We do have some sort of karmic justice and or actual justice here. Could be dealing with an air sign, jumping into something crazy, almost like they snap out of some sort of insanity that they've been having, like whether that's depression or otherwise, and come back into your life as if nothing happened. If you're involved in any court cases, you're fine. I do see you moving forward with some sort of wish fulfillment. It's almost like you put a little bit of, whether it's time or energy, into something and it turns into something massive. Like the Midas touch here looks good. You're still dealing between two people though. Who are you going to work on this with? And here's the scary thing is, like, you're afraid one of them's the one that got away. That would be the case, okay? If you make the wrong decision, you may end up regretting it. Making a judgment call. This is going to cause you serious anxiety. You're definitely buying something new, whether it's a new house or a new car, you're buying something new, something a bit lavish, something that you've wanted for a while. Be careful that you don't tell too many people about this, because then again, you're going to be attracting that person that I feel like is using you. Lots of intimacy with somebody. If you're intimate with that person that I said I don't think is great, you're going to know, and energetically, you're going to just know, guys, like, I swear I think this is why I have like the most insanely good kids. Because when we had like the sex talk, I didn't just talk to my kids about like, use a condom. I know, G-rated, child friendly, block the ears. I didn't, use birth control, be careful. I also gave them the energy speech. I was like, energy is exchanged during something like that. Whether it's a one night stand or the love of your life, you got to be careful of who you're taking in energetically, right? Because if you are intimate with somebody who suffers from, I don't know, depression, anxiety, paranoia, hostility, you're taking in that energy into your own body. So my kids take that very seriously. My kids have always been like really, really good about that. And I know I've had people laugh at me and go, that's not true. Your kids do stuff behind your back. You're crazy. They do not. I would bet my soul on it. And they do not. I know things about my kids I don't want to know. But they're that honest with me because they know they're never going to get in trouble with me, as long as they're just upfront about it, So.
Wait, you remember that one time I did tell you that Lulu had a vape?
Yeah. I knew that though.
You did?
Yeah. I know who got it for her too.
Oh.
We'll talk about that later. I'm not going to say it on here. No. Okay, sorry. All right, so upset over some sort of interaction, like I said, wanting somebody to sort of be less controlling or meet you more halfway. Like, even though you're the bull, they're acting like the bull, demanding more than anything. They are pulling as toxic. And again, there's somebody doing something behind your back, Taurus. Really, really. Looking for emotional fulfillment, and the Ten of Cups. You're trying to manifest it. You're expecting change. We do have what looks like a Scorpio in your energy as well. And they could be that water sign. They could be Pisces and Scorpio mix. Who knows? Continue. What else is this change that Taurus will be going through? Think you're moving. And getting into some sort of serious partnership that will be emotionally fulfilling. This person is an introvert. That's how you're going to know. They're also, they work for their own things. They're not going to expect you to hand it to them. You'll hear about something very tragic they went through as a child. I still don't trust this air sign in your energy. Having common goals. If you're looking to have children, this person would be somebody you can have children with, okay? All right, Taurus, I'm going to upload this, and hopefully you guys have a great week.